the one thing we talked about off air was Nikhil Nayak. We were wondering what is his role in the team, and I suspect without even us knowing the teams, he will be making way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good call. Not because of anything else, but because at the stage at which Nikhil Nayak is coming into bat, if he's coming in at 7, they really don't need him. If Pat Cummins is an international player, and however much Nikhil Nayak may have done in domestic tournaments, he's really not the guy. So if you're going to bat somebody who doesn't bowl at number 8, you're really wasting it. You're better off getting an extra bowler. At least he'll bowl a couple of overs. He'll give you some options up front. And I think this is an interesting team because they made the 2 changes that we expected them to make. That is, they've gone into the extra bowler for Nikhil Nayak. Let's slot in at Varun Chakravarti. And they've got in Kamlesh Nagarkoti instead of Sandeep Aurier. But here's my only problem with Kolkata. It's that you are actually playing with 3 relatively inexperienced domestic players. Okay? So you have Nagarkoti, you have Mavi, and you have Varun Chakravarti. Okay? All 3 are bowlers. Okay, so that puts a bit of pressure on you as a team. See, what happens then is you've got to get 8 overs out of these 3 guys. Okay? And if one of them gets under the pump or 2 of them get under the pump, there isn't very much. One of the problems with IPL teams is we don't seem to realize that international legends and domestic players are in the same team. So standards are up and down. And my sense is if you see teams that win regularly, they're teams that have those better domestic players, more experienced. So Surya Kumar Yadav can hardly be compared, say, with a Nikhil Nayak. Surya Kumar Yadav is an experienced player. Whether he's played for India is immaterial. He's an experienced player. He knows how to do it at this stage. So my worry for KKR is just that they have 3 inexperienced guys going in, and therefore it's a bit of a lottery as to how they'll perform.
Yeah.
Do you think, Joy? Do you think it's easier for a inexperienced batsman, Devdutt Padikkal? We've seen that sort of style of player. Do you think it's easier for an inexperienced young batsman to be put under this sort of pressure than it is for an inexperienced young bowler because of the fact that there's a little more pressure perhaps on that bowling unit, and with 3 of them in it? Now, I actually agree with your point because I like Nagarkoti, I love Mavi, and I'm interested in seeing Chakravarti bowl. But I do take your point. Do you think it's slightly easier for a batsman than it is for a bowler?
Yeah, I tend to. I absolutely agree with you. And you see, he was batting out there. He had Finch at the other end. They were talking Devdutt, and he got off to the start. Now, what happens is with a bowler, see what happened with Bishnoi and Finch, and it was fascinating to watch. The moment Bishnoi came in, Finch walked down the pitch at him. He hit him twice. Now, Bishnoi held his nerve. The team was calm enough. But see what any experienced batsman will do. Somebody like a David Warner will see him and say, I'm going to hit him out of the attack. I'm going to hit him 3 times. And after that, he's going to think he's in the wrong place. He's not up to this game. And that's what happens with the international. I mean, it happens with the international bowlers as well. But domestic players, they're going to be under pressure. And Kolkata will just have to hope that they can, make it through the pressure.